Hello, everybody. Okay, quick gasket cleaning tip that I learned from an old schooler from years ago that, man, I loved it. This applies to those gaskets that are hard. They're really thin paper gaskets and they'll get completely cooked to the surface of something and you try to scrape it off with a razor blade and you just end up fighting the thing and you're scraping and scraping and scraping. And if you use the little cleaning tool that I have here, that works, but you sit there and have to clean on it and clean on it because it's so darn hard. I don't know if anybody's ran into those gaskets before. If you're into do-it-yourself stuff, and uh, this right here, a ball peen hammer will do the same thing. But I use this because I really like this edge. I made this probably back when I was like 19 or 20 years old. I was a mechanic at a golf course. And I had a special use for this tool. And the reason why I welded that offset is for a very reason. It was working on a piece of fairway equipment for putting in a part on one of the reel mowers. And this thing was what I even kind of coined it my little pecker because everybody picked on me because they had fancy tools and all this. But and I ended up using this thing later on to knock races out. I could put it in and anyways. So this tool has been very awesome. Let me flip the camera on and show you what I'm going to do. And this works on like timing cover gaskets, other things that actually are really hard to sit there and kind of like, you sit there and clean. This is shit stuff, stuff's going everywhere. And yeah, so like, okay, here, let me flip it around. Okay, here we are. So I've got a full video coming out of this, and this will be part of it. But you'll just take this gasket and just kind of tap around on it. And it will just save your life. We'll just keep going around. I'm not hitting it hard enough to go completely through the gasket. I just want to kind of just mangle the surface a little bit. I'm doing this one-handed and trying to look through the phone. It's not easy. And I could have took my little tool and went on it for a while and that dust would have went everywhere. Then I would have sat there and let's pit it a little bit. That's fine. There we have it. Quick gasket cleaning tips. Use that on those really hard, those foreign engines were the worst for those timing cover gaskets and those hardened up gaskets that are real thin paper. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to We'll Fix It team.